Hi, family. Good afternoon. This is Dr. Mo with Moya Body Care and Colon Hydrotherapy, and I am your favorite colon hydrotherapist that practices the sacred art of colon hydrotherapy, herbs, and natural living. I want to take a moment to talk about self care for a moment and really define self care. Self mastery, self care, well being, wellness, health, how you take care of this vessel, how you connect with God. It's all the same thing. It's all the same, right? So, oftentimes when I ask clients, what is your routine for maintenance, for your heart space? What is your routine to maintain your mental dialogue? What is your routine to just take care of you? Like, what do you do? And so oftentimes people will say, go get my nails done. I do that too. I'm not one who don't get their nails did. They get their toes done. Oh, I'll get my hair done or my eyebrows done, or I'll go get a facial, etc., etc. Or I'll go to the spa. These things are lovely. Like, I'm not saying they are not, but it's time to step it up a notch. So I'm going to give you a recommendation, if I may. This recommendation is for women. Actually, I will retract that. It is not for women. It is for men and women. What you're going to need is a facial steamer. You're going to need some rose oil. You can use rose essential oil, any type of essential oil you have. If you don't have rose essential oil, you can use rose water. If you don't have rose water, don't worry about it. You can just use spring water. Or if you want to be fancy, you can mix your spring water, your rose water, and your rose essential oil together to really be fancy. It's up to you, however you want to do it. If you don't have any of all of that, just use spring water, right? I would not use tap water at all, because your body is a sponge, and what you're going to be doing is steaming your body. So you want to make sure that whatever you put in any of your tools or apparatuses that create steam, that you are using the best quality water possible, because your body is absorbing that moisture. Tip 101, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to plug your steamer in, put your concoction, all that together. You're going to mix your water, your spring water, your rose essential oil. 1 drop will do just fine, because the little container is probably about that big for your steamer. It's not bigger than that. It's like a half a drop of rose oil. You can do half spring water, half rose water. You can throw in a little bit of colloidal silver if you want to get fancy, like 3 times. I do. So what you're going to do is steam your face, right? You're just going to steam your face. Get it. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting, is that you're going to do this. You're going to steam your ear. You're going to steam the inside of your ear. You're going to steam the back side of your ear. You're going to steam all of this, right? And as you're steaming, you're going to use a gua sha tool, or you can just use your fingers, your hands, like I'm doing right now. You don't need to have a gua sha tool. If you don't have a gua sha tool, you can always use a spoon. Do the same thing, right? Very easy and gentle. I like to use my hands because by this time, like my face is wet. I may put a little bit of castor oil on my fingers, just like to really get into the groove. Actually, that feels really, really good. And then I just kind of steam my throat. This is your thyroid area for all of those who have thyroid issues. You want to go ahead and steam all of that. Then I steam the other side, steam this ear. Then I pull my ear back. I steam all of that. Then I get down to my décolleté. That's what this is called here, your décolleté. So I steam all that to keep that nice and pretty and shiny. And it's right over your heart space. But this is where it gets we're on double. Double interesting. Not triple yet. Double interesting. You're going to steam for women. You're going to steam each breast. Okay. By this time, you may need to put more water in your steamer, because doing your face, your neck, your ears, your décolleté, that's going to be about 15 minutes right there. So I think a regular steamer a little facial steamer goes for about 20 minutes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So you are going to put more water in your steamer. Then you're going to steam each breast. Okay. You're going to take the breast. You're going to move it around. You can massage it just like that. I use a little bit of castor oil on each breast. Right, and I massage through it. I massage my areola. I massage the nipple. I do the other side. Then, I do my underarm. So I steam my underarm. I have not worn deodorant or purchased deodorant. My son is 17. I haven't worn deodorant. And let me tell you something. I used to be the little one. I know for a freaking fact that I am in somebody's reggae video. I know. Up in the club in my 20s. I had stopped using deodorant then because I was cleansing and fasting and dancing so much. I was sweating. It was just amazing. I was taking a bunch of herbs and I just never went back to it. And that was in my 20s. I'm going to tell you something. Before I was 21, up in the club, I know. Anyway, we're not going to, that's taking me, anyway. So you're going to steam, right? You're going to steam your underarm. You're going to steam all of this area here that moves into the breast area. This is especially good for women who are breastfeeding and want to make sure that the flow continues to move down. Even after you have breastfed, you want to still maintain the healthy tissue of your breast. Yes. And for men, there's nothing different. Men can get breast cancer too. You do the exact same thing and think about what you're massaging. You're massaging right over your heart space, right? Right over your heart space. Then after I do all of that, I've steamed my underarm, my breasts, my décolleté, my throat area, thyroid area, ears, and face. I dry off. I lay down on my back on my bed and I pull my infrared light on me. I turn that bad boy on and it is a wrap. I ain't moving. Unless Keith Sweat come into the room, then that's different. But other than that, I'm not. A dump truck can move through my entire place. I ain't shaking. I ain't moving. I'm not even going to bat an eye. In order for me to get up, you have to be bleeding from your carotid for me to get up. If you are doing yourself like this 3 times a week in a 7-day period, to do that whole formula that I just recommended, that's about a 45-minute intentional process. Now, if you really want to get fancy with it, light a candle, have your tea set in there, have some solfeggio frequencies going, have your little comfy robe on. You see where I'm going with this? Like, you can really do it up or you can really play it down. But imagine how better off you will be emotionally, physically, spiritually if you poured into yourself like that 3 times a week for 45 minutes. So your homework is to go off and enjoy that and let me know how you feel. Enjoy.